Hi guys, I wanted to take a moment and make a very brief video on the interactives because I notice a lot of students are having trouble accessing them or getting lost inside that interactive, so they're not submitting them or they're not being able to complete them. And I think the same problem may be happening across the board. So I want to go over some troubleshooting things. So what you see here is I'm in my course shell. You're going to go to your unit. In this particular case, I'm in unit 1, but most of the units do have an interactive. So you go into that unit and then you scroll down until you get to your interactive exercise here. And then when I open that interactive exercise, you're going to see it just kind of opens up. It says start by clicking here. So look for your prompts. That's the first thing to say, is to look for your prompts. Now right here, some of you may have a pop-up when we push this up. So look into the top. For me, they're in the top right-hand corner. If you have a pop-up, you have to push the button that says allow pop-ups, okay? So however your iPad works, your computer works, whatever that is. Everybody's got different browsers they use, and iPads work a little different than computers. Apple works a little different than PCs. So I can't tell you what you're going to experience, but do pay attention that if you have a pop-up and it says you need to release a pop-up, do that. That's where I see a lot of students, probably the most of students, getting lost right there in that pop-up situation, right? They're like, I can't open it, I can't move forward. So if you require the pop-up, look for that, say always allow. So if you say always allow, that means in the future sections, it will let you in as well. So you only have to do that once. If it doesn't require a pop-up, I'm on a PC, it does not require it for me. I go ahead and I start. It's going to open up, but here's the next trick where students get lost, right? You've got to use this scroll bar, which is again on the right-hand side. If you're not scrolling down, you're not going to find the continue button. So if you're just reading the screen, you're like, okay, I don't know what to do here. Like it took me a minute, right? I was like, what's going on? I don't know. What am I have to scroll all the way down. So if you're not familiar with a computer, or you're just getting familiar with a computer, you're using an iPad and you don't see that scroll bar right here, that's what you need to do. You scroll all the way down and you push continue. You're going to see that need to scroll down is going to show up in different screens. So here you see, this is how it's obvious that you're getting cut off. Scroll down, right? And then it's just continue. Once you get to this slide, this is the other icon some people don't realize here. So this slide, these little arrows here. So here I'm going to push start, right? So make sure you're following the prompts. So as I look through here, not a whole lot on the screen. Whoops. Hopefully I'm not going to lose the screen. And then I'm going to push start. Here again, some people may have pop-ups. If you do, allow them. Down here, whenever you see 1, 2, 3, that means there are 3 pages to this assignment. So that's why you may get stuck. You have to complete all 3. Well, how do I do that? Well, you can either push 2, which is what I did there, push 2 and I move to the next page, or the little arrows. So you have 2 choices, the bottom or the top. But once you get to the third one, you get through, here we go, continue. See, if you don't scroll down, you don't find it, you get stuck and you're like, well, why didn't I finish it? I don't understand what's not happening. The good thing about these interactives is they're not hard. They're literally meant for you to interact with the learning. So some of them, as you go forward, are going to say, answer this. What do you think it is? And you're going to say yes or no or black or white or whatever you're going to say. If you get it wrong, it's going to say no, it's the opposite, and tells you why you got it wrong. So it just enhances your learning. This is not pass fail. This is just literally completing it. This is an opportunity to get 100 points pretty easy, as long as you can figure out the buttons. And I really encourage you to get in here and play with them, because this is going to show up in other classes as well. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. And I'm going to shows me some cool pictures and graphs for those that are visual learners. I'm going to continue on. You're going to, of course, read them as you go through. Whenever you see that little guide that says it's a buffer, it's thinking. Continuing, I'm done with that one. I'm going to continue on. Now here, draw your attention. If you look over on the left-hand side over here, 67% complete as I'm going through these. So you can see how far you're going and how long it's going to take you. These exercises don't take that long. They really don't. This is a great opportunity to make your points. And it's just, again, interactive learning. Sometimes this makes it click better. It's the old note taking. I've got notebooks all over the place, right? But I'm old school. But as opposed to just reading, it really helps us to knowledge check ourselves and make sure that the learning is sticking. So I'm going to continue here. Again, of course, you guys will read it. Continue, but you can see it's not so hard. It's really not. Here you got one of these little things. So you're going to select some answers and push select. So these are the things that you're going to, you're going to say, okay, what are they? So I'm going to look for, what does it say? Which transferable skills did I recognize in the story? Truth is, I didn't read the story. Let's see what's in here. Let's say we've got communication, teamwork, and active learning. Submit. And it's going to tell me what I did not do. So there, it's going to give me a chance to take the quiz again. It's going to give me a chance to learn what I did right or wrong. So you guys know that those are not the correct answers. So you'll answer something different because you're going to do your reading, right? And as we proceed through, here's going to give me another interactive. These are just opportunities to interact with your learning. It's just going to keep repeating me right now because I haven't taken the quiz. So, but as you go through those, you're going to, you have to actually get the answers right, but you have an opportunity to go over and over it. So pretty easy learning there. So just make sure you're checking for the pop-ups. If they're there, and if they're not there, make sure that you're going through each and every screen, and you should be golden. So I hope you enjoy those interactives. There's one with each session, and I look forward to seeing all your thoughts in the threads.